Ace and TJ family presents Unfiltered, Uncensored, and Uninterrupted. Well, almost.
Right here. Let's go!
This is Share Funny from the Ace and TJ Show Plus.
Riggins, you didn't think that was a cute Alexis story?
Yeah, it was good.
Whatever. I don't care.
All right, I thought it was. I thought it was cute, Alexis.
No.
Tell it,
Not
tell it.
sharing it with
No,
you guys.
tell it,
Any
tell
more
it, tell it.
things? So over you guys.
I love Alexis stories. Let's go.
I didn't hear the story. I was watching TikTok trying to find this thing for TJ.
So yesterday I was journaling, okay, and I was writing some stuff down about manifestation, and I had this.
Well, she didn't say that part earlier.
That was new to the story.
Yeah, I didn't hear that part.
And I had this memory pop up about it has to be now like 3 or 4 years ago. Ace reached out because you guys were doing some type of charity masquerade ball. I was working with the restaurant at the time, so we put together a sales auction package or whatever. Anyways, Ace invited me to come to the morning show that you guys would do in front of a live audience at the old station.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was going to go. And that whole week, I was telling all my friends, like, oh, guess what? I'm going to go to the Ace and TJ show on Friday morning, and it's going to be so cool. And what if, like, I meet them, and they think that I'm so funny, and they invite me to come on the show? Wouldn't that be awesome? And all my friends were laughing, like, oh, yeah, okay. That'll never happen. And I didn't get to go that Friday, but look at now. Look at where I'm sitting at.
Yeah.
Manifestation
Did you
at its
manifest
finest.
it back then?
I did, without even knowing that's what I was doing.
Yeah. Wow. Subconscious
crazy?
manifestation.
Mm-hmm. You think it and grab it. That's what you do.
I mean,
That's
come
crazy.
on.
Think it and grab it.
Look at the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it better the second time I heard it.
No,
Tell it one more time.
I'm not telling you
About the
any heart.
you left out the manifestation part. I like that.
Right.
You did.
Yeah, he likes hearing about all that bullshit.
Because it's true.
But he doesn't think it's true. He just likes hearing you talk about it.
Isn't it crazy though that I said that and then like look where I'm at now?
Yeah. You manifested.
I manifested it.
Yeah, look at where you are now, complaining how miserable you are every day in here with us. Yeah, the shine is off of us in your eyes.
Because I come in here full of self-esteem and when I leave here it's depleted.
Yeah, well,
That's
welcome.
called tough love is what that's called.
Yeah.
I've been living the same scenario like Groundhog Day for 29 years.
And then she overheard, because she's an eavesdropper, my talking to Riggins about accepting his latest invitation to come to his house, and then I'm sure my wife will send pumpkin bread. She got all up in arms about that.
Why?
So, because she goes, yeah,
Oh, 'cause
I don't
she
want to be
didn't realize.
with y'all anyway. It's going to be y'all's loss. That would be so much fun.
Yeah, because you guys act like hanging out with me and doing stuff with me would be the worst thing ever in life and you would rather do anything else, not realizing that I'm actually so much fun and it would probably be a great time for you.
I don't think it would be the worst thing ever.
Well, close to it. Y'all make it seem that way. Like
It
you'd
wouldn't-
rather gouge your eyeballs out than like do anything fun with me.
It wouldn't be as bad as someone nailing my scrotum to a stump in a swamp for the alligators to come get me.
True.
It's not that bad.
And what I'm trying to get you guys to realize
And you
is
know that's a thing.
what?
They did that?
They've had people do that.
To who?
Your junk to a stump?
Yeah. And wait and just let the alligators come
Nail
eat
your
them.
junk to a stump.
Junk on a stump. It's the new.
You got hungry hippos and junk on a stump.
It's sweeping the nation.
Ooh.
Well, I can't invite you to Riggins' house.
You
It's
can
not my
invite me
place.
to your house.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Oh, okay. Whose house is it?
I don't have guests.
You do have guests.
We don't have guests.
We have a
he
strict
doesn't.
no guest policy.
Well, I'm not a guest. I'm family.
Yeah. Like Olive Garden.
You're annoying ass family.
Do you know how many people like outside of this room want to hang out with me? Thousands.
And I think that's awesome.
And you guys just don't even want even to spend 1 minute outside of the show with me.
That's so good for you. Thousands of people want to hang out with you?
Thousands. Yes.
Really?
But
Yes.
do any of the show members really hang out outside the show?
We could start.
That you know about?
Why don't we start?
Oh, God.
No, thank
Don't
you.
start that.
I was so desperate to be alone, I didn't talk to children yesterday.
Rob, you're telling me that you've not had fun with me when we go and do fun things?
I have had fun, but I don't care to do it more.
It was kind of an in the moment thing.
I have had fun, but I do not wish to have more fun with you.
You can never go home.
We don't doubt that you're probably fun to be around, but it's, it's like, who's looking to do that shit with you? It's
I'm
nothing
sure to
personal.
a lot of people, hula hooping is fun.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we want to do it.
Right.
Yeah. And you were already over at TJ's house.
Yeah, I had to like force myself into the house. Basically, I had to talk to Jody because Jody's the only way I'm going to get an invitation.
Well, that's kind of the way it works. You
I
gotta talk to
don't
Jody.
see the problem here.
and then TJ made sure he was not there for the entire visit.
Is
Again.
that right? You were not there?
That was one of the few days that I had a lot of stuff to be doing, errands to run.
He
and
scheduled it
kinds
all
of
for
stuff.
that day on purpose.
So you just showed up at his house.
No, I had an invitation, and I also brought a puzzle.
Oh.
I didn't come
So you
empty-handed.
brought a puzzle.
See what she's talking about? How fun it is to hang out with her. You do puzzles and shit.
I didn't come
Wow.
empty-handed.
I looked through your house and brought a puzzle.
Yeah, I did. I
Great,
went
that's
through all
exactly
that.
what I need in my life. You snooping around my shit and dropping off a puzzle. You shove it up your ass. I don't want it.
So did you and my wife and my daughter sit around putting the puzzle together that
We
afternoon?
didn't even start the puzzle because we were talking so much.
Oh, God.
So now
So it's
the
still
more
there
you
at your house.
the more you talk, the more I'm kicking myself for not being in there.
Wow, you missed
Y'all-
it.
can't believe
if
I
y'all
missed
were
this.
talking so much, couldn't even put a puzzle together, which is what you do when you're assembling a puzzle, isn't it? Talk.
Visit,
Mm-hmm.
talk.
Get the edges 1st.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like you're all right with it.
No, I'm over
Ace
it.
lives close.
Yeah.
Right.
Just it would take you a minute and a half to get to his house after the show one day. Just follow him over there.
She didn't want to come to my house.
Why don't I go and come to your house? What do you got going on in there?
Well, you've never made you make a big deal about not going to Riggins. You make a big deal about going to TJ's. My house never comes up. So I just assume you don't want to come to my house.
Yeah, mine
Which
neither.
is cool with me.
I was like,
Why don't you want to
like
come
you
to
would,
my
like
house?
you would answer the door if she was there.
yeah, he wouldn't even answer the door.
You go,
Ace would let you in.
There's another kid out there.
You're right.
She comes to my door and be like, get inside. They're coming. There's kids out here.
And Adam lives on the beach.
Yeah, he's invited me a few times.
Yeah, he's good with the invitation.
Yeah.
He is great. Never taken him up
Can
on
I
it.
go to your house and you not be there?
Right.
Because it'll just bog you down with work stuff.
I'm like, listen, I know you're here on vacation, but while you're here,
Yeah.
Look at Megan here said it's a dream for me to have a girls' day or night with Alexis. Y'all should have a win a day with Alexis contest.
oh, cute.
Yeah. Then we should be ready to sell the rights to Netflix for the crime documentary.
Spend a day hiding
The
a
dozen entries we will get.
See, the reason with Ace is that I know he'll always say yes. If I was to text and be like, hey, Ace, can I go on your boat? He's going to say yes. If I'm like, hey, can I come over? I know that he'll say yes. So it's like one of those things where it's like, you guys don't want me, so I'm going to make you like say yes.
Yeah, you're welcome to come to my place.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Take her out on the boat today, Ace.
I can today. I have
well.
a busy day.
Yes.
today.
go
Yeah, let
biking.
her ride on your handlebars. of
Oh,
that
can I get on the
bicycle.
sidecar?
Yeah.
Like, can you get a sidecar on the bike and I can ride
Oh
on
my
the side?
God.
Yeah, all the way to Birmingham.
Not to Birmingham, just for
Say-
practice.
That's a great idea.
It's already not
I
difficult
could
enough.
have, but we've only got 48 hours to get it ready. Sorry.
That would have been so cool. I could have little goggles and a helmet.
That's what I've always wanted was to bike 500 miles with Alexis, just talking nonstop in a sidecar next
Yeah.
to me the entire time.
and drunk and high.
With literally zero to do but ride and smoke weed and take gummies or
Be like,
whatever.
go faster.
Yeah.
You know, you've been sweating not
Slow.
having
Yeah.
any practice time. That would make it so much easier on you.
Well, why don't you have we made your manifestation list yet? Will you manifest yourself an invitation to go to Riggins' house?
I'm working on it.
That's all she's been talking about. And she doesn't. It doesn't matter to her that we keep saying we've never been invited. We just went, and he wasn't. He wasn't thrilled about it.
If
Well,
I
he was-
So I wouldn't suggest that.
well,
you
no,
just
I would
show up.
never.
He was pretty excited when I rolled up because I was wearing a bike outfit and an orange helmet, and he got a
wanna
good
make
laugh
fun of
out of
you?
that.
Say that I was anything but please just punch after you came
He's
over.
just
That's what I'm
punching.
saying. You enjoy what I say. I gave you a pretty good.
fun.
I gave you a pretty funny visual.
Yeah.
And I was gone within less. I mean, I was there less than 10 minutes.
I tried to give you a beer and
Yeah, he did try
wouldn't
to
have
give me
it.
a beer.
I brought him a pizza
Brought me
with my penis inside it.
Ew. Penis pizza? No thanks.
Big sausage
sausage.
pizza guy.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was very weird. But if that's what it takes to go to your house, I'm good. I'm not bringing you a penis pizza.
You know who else has been to Riggins' house? But even Cade's been to Riggins' house. My son's been to Riggins' house.
Yeah.
I don't care about going to Reagan's house anymore. I'm over it.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yep.
You never invited anybody over anyway.
You guys would never come to my house.
It's nice to be invited.
Yeah.
I would love for y'all to come so you guys can totally make even more fun of me.
That's a long way away.
Yeah. I mean, I left my Kevlar at the cleaners.
She's right next to him.
Jay here asked in the DMs, why haven't you manifested a boyfriend yet?
I know. My manifestation only works on certain things.
I just started manifesting.
I just started. Like, it takes some time. Look, it took me like 4 years to get on the show.
Oh, I thought manifesting has been a thing you've been doing forever.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what I was doing.
Yeah, she never had a title for it.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's called
You know,
manifesting.
it's called wishing upon a star, you might as well say.
So then the wish came through. Is that just as believable as manifestation?
It did come through.
I mean, I'm here, aren't I?
Whose wish was that?
My wish.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I don't know how you ended up on your show. To be honest with you, I didn't know where that all started. All I knew was you need to go to lunch to see if she's okay with you. Is what I knew. I didn't know any of the backstory. You know, I've heard all these different things, that you were a Hooters girl at our golf tournament, and
I
when
was
Ace
not
met
a
you,
Hooters girl.
Weren't you working in one of our golf
I
tournaments
was,
when
but
you
I
met
was
Ace?
a manager, okay, of the
Hooters?
restaurant.
Managing to put
play
them
with
titties
me.
out for everybody to see.
I didn't even have my titties out that day.
No, but I did. It's like, oh, well, she's from the golf tournament. Ace met her at a golf tournament.
Yeah. We were looking for
Or
somebody to
whatever.
do sales, and I told Adam, I said, I don't know. I could be totally wrong, but she seems like a hustler who's a good salesperson.
So that's funny because that's not originally. So my position changed many, many, many times. Because at first, I think, didn't Adam say something? It was like a behind the scenes manager of some sort that was going to be doing things.
Yeah, whatever
but
it
it
was.
didn't. I
Events-
never knew what it
events and
was.
stuff.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
whatever it was
Then it was
very-
sales.
an off-air, behind-the-scenes
Right.
thing. That you're right. It was somebody to do like event kind of stuff. And I remember
Something
telling
like
you,
that.
she seems like a go-getter. But I don't know. She's got a nice personality. She seems very sweet. She likes the show. That's important.
Yeah.
I would check into it.
If I would have seen your resume before, like meeting with you and all, I may have been a little bit different.
Why?
Because I went back and looked at it later, and the number one thing on her resume was, she said, "I've got the heart of a hustler and the mind of a G."
Shut up. That is not on my resume.
I was about to say,
Y'all
I
have
see that
never
resume?
even seen my resume.
surely I would have thought about that.
I got the heart of a hustler. I got the mind of a G.
This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family. More next.
Did you know underneath the floors of your house a lot can go on in the crawl space? If moisture gets in, it could wreak havoc on your family and home. From mold and mildew growth to rotting wood and more, Cardinal Environmental Solutions offers vapor barriers, encapsulation, and dehumidifiers to combat moisture in your home. Contact Kelly Poplin and his knowledgeable team of experts at acetj.com/cardinal. That's acetj.com/cardinal.
The Johnson Group Facility Services is a commercial cleaning company that focuses more on customer satisfaction than the bottom line, because each customer works directly with the owners every step of the way. If you need any commercial cleaning, the Johnson Group can handle it. Get details at acetj.com/clean.
This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family. Let's go!
I have a question. It's something that people say all the time, but I just need to know what qualifies as this. It's 14% of people in a survey say they have pleasured themselves, quote unquote, pleasured themselves during work. Okay. That sounds like a number that's a little low with all the people working from home.
Oh,
You
right.
know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But what exactly constitutes pleasuring yourself? I mean, does it have to be a completed activity, if you know what I'm saying?
Why would you do it if it's not going to be a completed activity?
I don't know. Some people may just like to tease themselves.
The hell?
Little tweak.
What the heck?
Little nipple tweak.
I'm edging myself at work.
Ew.
I don't-
Rob. God, he always has to make it horrible.
I didn't hear that, but
No, you don't need to hear.
I'm
It's
glad
disgusting. Literally gross.
Well, maybe some people might like to just kind of get the motor going for later when their significant other gets home or
yeah,
something.
or maybe they just want to take things slowly with themselves and not rush into the next level.
That's a good question, though. Would that count?
So stupid.
That's what I'm asking because we've heard women talk about guys that they see in traffic that are being perverted and touching themselves or whatever, but I don't imagine that everybody that they see in traffic that's doing that is taking that road all the way into town.
Yeah.
You know?
Think? You don't think so?
I just don't understand how that would be possible. But if you just are, getting yourself into a certain state of pleasure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that count, or do you have to be all the way into the downtown of pleasure?
I think
before it counts,
if you stop your activities to even if you, let's put it this way, even if you don't complete the task, I still think that would count.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't count.
It doesn't?
Not to me.
Okay, well, here's another thing. The word pleasure, all right, that's just been hijacked by perversion. Like if I went into the break room and Alexis, you had brought me some pupusas to work, and I put them in the fridge, and then later on in the day I went in there and reheated them and started eating them, and I loved them. They were so delicious. I'm getting pleasure from those. Mm-hmm. That food. Am I pleasuring myself at work?
Yeah.
Technically, yes.
Yes.
So we just all of a sudden
Pleasuring.
take these innocent phrases and sayings and all and turn them into something nasty.
Next time I'm having a delicious meal, someone calls me like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, pleasuring myself.
I'm pleasuring myself with this delectable delight.
Sounds even worse.
I'm having a delectable delight pleasure
Ew.
session.
I've never heard it used as a verb in any other way other than the bad one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They say it at Chick-fil-A all the time. My pleasure.
Say it again.
Or when you get a massage,
Yeah.
you're pleasuring yourself by having someone else pleasure you.
Well, no, you're just there's another person who's pleasuring.
Yeah.
You're pleasuring
You
me.
kind of just undefined the word as you defined it.
Thank you for pleasuring me. Hold on.
Thank you for letting me pleasure myself by you pleasuring me.
They're like, get out. I just wanted to thank you for pleasuring.
Service is another word.
Giving me so much pleasure.
You serviced me
Yeah.
is another thing.
Oh God.
Thank you for servicing me.
I'm going to say that next time I go get the foot reflexology.
Yeah.
Thank you for pleasuring my feet.
No, you could still say pleasuring me.
Oh, yeah, pleasuring me.
Yeah. That's a pleasurable experience that has left me completely pleasured.
Eating pho is a pleasurable experience.
Fuzz.
Pho.
Pho.
Eating fuzz is a pleasurable experience.
So what was the number again? How many?
14.
14%. Okay, I was gonna say, well, based on numbers alone, somebody in this business, in this company has done it, but not quite.
Nah.
I wouldn't have time.
Would you get into more trouble, you think, at a regular office setting, corporate setting, or hell, even in a more of a blue collar situation at work, if you were caught pleasuring yourself or two people pleasuring each other. Wonder what would be worse in an HR office.
I would feel like pleasuring yourself.
Seems more devious.
More frowned upon.
More frowned upon, because like if you're pleasuring each other, you just maybe like had a moment and things just escalated.
Yeah, but if you're doing it by yourself, you're just
You're perv. Exactly. That can't control their needs.
I agree.
Yeah. Even if it's a woman, y'all are picturing men doing it, I'm sure.
Of course. I don't think that any of that 14% is women.
No. I mean, would it be frowned upon as much? Like, would a woman get in trouble for that as much trouble as a guy would get into?
Hell no.
No.
Because that shit would be crazy. You walk in on, and that would be the hottest topic of. Guess what? I just walk in and some woman is pleasuring her or something. That's crazy.
In the break room at the mill.
Yeah, I mean that would be wild.
Ew. That's so weird.
You just expect men to do it. I mean, you just expect that to be a man.
We just got a DM from Christy that said, "Thanks, TJ. Now every time I go to Chick-fil-A, I'm going to laugh at the employees." And they said, "It's my pleasure."
You bet it is. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Oh, no. My pleasure. That's why I always say if you're going to call, people who wait on you at a restaurant servers instead of waitresses and waiters, then you should say, thanks for servicing me. Because if you say serve, you're my server, or servant is what you call someone who is your server. You call them a servant. But that's offensive.
Well,
thank you for being you've been such a good servant to me throughout this entire meal and this evening. And it's been a pleasurable experience. So thank you for servicing me, being my servant, and pleasuring me.
all of it.
It's all reflected in the tip. Just the tip.
Oh my God.
Say that as you're leaving.
So dumb.
These are perfectly good words that have been hijacked. That's my point. They've been hijacked.
It's funny that's meant to be shared. This is the Share Funny Podcast from the Ace and TJ family.
Now, better ingredients, better pizza means that each bite of every Papa John's slice just keeps getting better. From that first bite you have to blow on, to that second bite of crispy, crunchy toppings, to that string of gooey, melty cheese. And just when you're thinking this cannot get any better, you get to the crust and you realize it's not just any crust. Oh no, it's epic stuffed crust that's hand-stuffed with cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, even better when it's stuffed.
Share Funny is a production of the Ace and TJ family. For more, download the Ace and TJ app in your app store. Now, more of the Share Funny Podcast.
Ooh. I've been sitting here all the morning and I haven't gotten nearly as much of my water intake for the day that I should have. And I got this cool bottle. It's not sold as just a bottle to put water in. It actually had water in it. It's a water bottle, but it's made of that metal stuff. And you're supposed to reuse it, which I would even if it were plastic.
Sure.
Unless, I'll use a plastic bottle until, a few days, and then I feed it directly to a sea turtle. But this, you can't, it's not plastic, so you can't put it in a sea turtle's mouth. Or nose.
It looks like the water bottle Batman would carry.
Yeah. It's pretty badass.
Well, or Jared Leto, maybe.
Yeah. It's what do you call the material like this is made from? The
aluminum?
No, it's
insulated?
like a Tervis insulated kind of. They make you think that's what it is, but it's really not. It's basically a thick version of those aluminum bottles that beer comes in.
They even put on their refillable. Like, bitch, I know
you
how a
wouldn't know
bottle
that
works,
shit.
you dumb piece of shit. It's a bottle with a cap on it. I know it's refillable. I hate that.
I do love that bottle, though.
Yeah, it's cool.
I still haven't gone to that gas station yet to get that.
It's aluminum.
Yeah. Earlier on the regular old show, Rob told us this crazy story that happened to him yesterday where these little kids were selling lemonade door to door, and because Rob wasn't coming to answer the doorbell, they were cussing at him in the Ring camera. But Riggins made a good point that little kids talk to people like that all the time now because that's what they're used to doing on these video games with people.
Yeah.
They just talk nonstop shit all the time. And that's what I've told my son before about some of his friends that will get on those video games. When he was younger, he'd be like, he's always talking crap and this, da 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 da, and they said this and they said that. And I said it's because they know the safety of not being face to face with somebody when they're talking shit. Yeah. Because before all of that, when people were face to face with each other and you're going to talk shit, you had to be prepared to have to fight.
Yeah. Yup.
It gives you a false sense of strength when you beat somebody in a video game. You beat them in a video game, but yeah, it's a good way to get your ass whipped if it's in real life.
Exactly right.
You try to go teabag somebody, it ain't gonna go well.
Yeah, you wouldn't. All these people that think they're bad at mouth off would not mouth off in person because they would take an ass whipping.
Or maybe they would, and they would just get the shit beat out of them.
Yeah, but that's what it's. There's the example. The guy that kept jacking with Mike Tyson on the plane. And Tyson had asked him politely several times, all right, man, I got it, thanks, that's fine, okay, that's enough. And when he had enough, the guy was like, I can't believe Mike Tyson did that, because you're a jerk, and he should have been beating your ass before that. But when he did it, he sent a message, I am through playing with you now.
Yeah. Now, Rob, in no way, shape, manner, or form, could have taken these two 10-year-olds.
They're big for their age.
Yeah. Especially that girl.
Mm-hmm. And you know that they got good backs.
Yeah. They got young backs.
Exactly.
Yeah. Rob got the old man back.
That thing is not doing too good.
That's a great point.
But they called him a bitch.
They called him a bitch, both of them.
At least the one says B, and he.
Yeah, but the girl said
No,
bitch.
she did.
Said he's a little bitch.
Yeah.
And he even goes, I'm not going to say it. But then he does.
So
I'm not going to say it. You're a bitch, man.
Not
From, like,
that
the background.
That's so funny.
not that you would ever talk to any of your other neighbors or anything, Rob, but I'm curious to know if they went, door to door selling lemonade to your neighbors and then talk shit to them. I mean, because they had a pretty pushy sales attitude about them. You either want it or you don't.
Yeah.
And she's wearing a dress.
Like
Like a little girl.
with glasses on.
She's gonna beat up Rob. Oh my God, that's the funniest shit ever.
And I think the funniest part to me is that they're trying to sell the lemonade, but I saw them take a sip out of it.
She has like
they were
bones
just-
on her dress.
They were
looks
just
like a Cabbage
walking.
Patch doll.
They were just walking with little cups of lemonade. They didn't even have a pitcher.
No.
She's sitting there holding a cup, and she's like, hey, listen, you either want it or you don't.
She's,
I wouldn't buy that shit either.
Yeah, and I saw him sipping on it.
But what grown man is afraid to confront them and tell them no thanks? Couldn't you have messaged them through the doorbell, Rob?
I could have, but I didn't want to talk to
Like you could
nobody.
have said, "Hey, I'm not interested. Thank you." You couldn't have said that.
I just wanted him to think I wasn't there.
You know what you need, Rob? You need to make something on your sound computer thing in there that you can play through that thing on a loudspeaker or something. It goes, get out. Just scare the shit out of them.
Well, one time when they rang the doorbell, it did like a feedback loop, and they weren't phased. They just
No, but I mean, if you had something on there that was your voice pitched way down and effects on it and everything.
Yeah.
Get out.
that's the
I don't want your lemonade.
I love the
Something like that.
I love the sales pitch, I guess, that the boy has. leaning up against Rob's car.
Yeah,
Like,
he's just like sipping out of that lemonade.
yeah, he is. He's leaned at about a 45-degree angle up against Rob's car. Like this is bullshit. What are we doing out here anyway?
But when he was telling the story, I was imagining like, okay, these kids must be little like shitheads or whatever. And then you see this little girl with the flowers
She's a
on her
sweet
dress
looking little girl,
and
yeah.
her little strap sandals with glasses.
She just.
You got punked out by Matilda.
For real, Rob, come on.
And at one point before she rings again, she just waves like the sweetest little
Yeah,
wave.
she's
Like,
got
hey.
flowers on her
She's like-
dress.
She's waving and smiling, going, "Come get this lemonade, bitch."
Yeah.
They punked Rob. That is so great.
No, here's where the kid. All right, now the boy comes up. He's got the long hair over one eye. And he comes up right to the camera when he's talking, and now he's talking to you.
Yeah, now he looks like a little bad.
Yeah, he does.
He looks like he's up to no good.
And the little girl turns around, puts her hand on her hip with the lemonade.
He's in there. I know he is.
And you know that lemonade's hot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know what I'm waiting on too?
That shit from your house.
I know
Gnats flying
it
in
doesn't happen, but if I were just watching this without knowing what would happen, I would just wait on one of them to just throw the lemonade on the doorbell. Like,
Yeah, or on his car.
It's one of the best things ever.
You don't want it. Well, your car's getting it.
You're held hostage in
But
your house.
I want to know why.
Little girl with a
what-
dress.
if they were trying to raise money for something, or are they just trying to make a
they're just trying to make a
dollar?
buck because they're not raising money. They're just walking around with lemonade in their hand.
How much does lemonade cost now with kids selling it?
That's hilarious.
With inflation, I don't know.
Is it $1 a cup? I bet.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought kids were still in school at 3:00 in the afternoon.
No, they
too.
get out at 2:15.
Damn.
We got to sell this lemonade. She looks like the little girl from Little Miss Sunshine.
She's so good.
Yeah, she does, yeah. Good one.
like the girl from the No Rain video in the bumblebee costume.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that who that was?
Yeah.
Christy said, just DM'd us, oh, that would go on the local neighborhood website. Somebody get your kid. They'll find out who's a bee.
Yeah.
Meredith tried to put it on the neighborhood ring thing, and they were like, "You can't use
Oh
that
my
for
God,
this."
you guys are so like messed up, dude. Like, okay, you don't open the door, but like, let them live.
Yeah,
Y'all
Meredith wanted to
snitching
call
and
the
stuff.
cops on them.
God.
Hold on, I can read what she tried to type, and they just said, "No, we don't let you post that anymore."
And you can't probably put videos of kids up somewhere that are not your kids. Like, there has to be some type of.
I would take a 10-year-old ass down. We're going down
Yeah, she
now.
said some neighboring kids kept ringing our doorbell and even opened our gate and came in the yard. We have dogs. This is unsafe. Please tell your kids to leave their neighbors alone.
Unsafe for the dogs, or unsafe for the kids?
Both, because she was afraid that one of the dogs would, like, if the dogs were out, they'd get out of the gate and run away or something.
Oh, but they're not going to attack anybody
I mean,
unless it's a poke chop.
I don't know.
That's the poke chop.
We've never had delinquent children on our
God,
property.
They're
never
not
had-
delinquent.
They're not delinquent.
That little girl is not a
They're
delinquent.
not. These are not delinquent kids.
They were infiltrated.
Oh, God.
They came in the gate. They're
He
delinquent.
has white,
That's the way he's treating it. Like they
sandals.
infiltrated our family.
Rob has been breached.
Oh my God, these
think I'll be
delinquent kids.
I barely slept last night.
Intruder.
With
Listen,
searchlight
Rob.
coming on.
Yeah.
He has breached the gate.
Let me take you back to my hood where I grew up. Those are some delinquent kids.
Insurgents.
Rob makes it sound like you just passed by that sign into Area 51 where they come out of nowhere over the hill all of a sudden.
Sheesh.
I want to post this on our Facebook page. Screw them. I mean, this is wild.
You gotta blur their faces.
No, I would never.
Encroachment.
Yeah, you do.
Encroachment.
They're children.
It's outside. It's in public.
I don't know if you can post that though.
I
yes,
wouldn't
you
want
could.
to.
They're on your property in public. You
Yeah,
can
my
post that.
property that they infiltrated.
Get them.
Rob doesn't want any retribution. He's like, don't post that.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, you know they'd come back.
I told Meredith, I was like, please don't call the cops. They're going to egg our house or something afterwards.
Oh, that's why she shouldn't call the cops.
Rob,
Scared of these kids.
Rob, what would you do if she called the cops and next thing you know you look on your Ring camera and their dad has come down there to take it out of somebody's ass?
I definitely ain't going to the door.
Rob's going to have the cops and this guy and these kids at his door and he's still sitting inside like nobody's here.
Yeah, this
Officer, I need you to come. I'm not coming outside.
Now,
But
that would have been a massive. Next thing you know, that guy, he's standing outside the door and ringing the doorbell like, who called the cops on my kids? Come on here. I'm fixing to whip somebody's ass.
I bet you they come back though.
The kids?
Yeah.
I hope so.
With
Could we
more
be that lucky?
lemonade, they're going to start messing with them. I think just out there on the doorbell.
This is the funniest damn thing I've ever heard of.
I mean, why
Rob,
wouldn't you? If you're the kids, you had fun with that yesterday, and
Yeah.
nobody came and say, "Let's go today."
Now, Rob, today you
go
should
see
go
that
home and
bitch.
make some lemonade, and then you should go out door to door and sell the lemonade.
You know I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
You either buy the lemonade or I'm shoving it up. It's going in your ass.
Oh man, that girl's my hero.
I'm about to show you a country time.
Yeah. I really want to talk to them though because I want to know why they called him a bitch for not opening the door.
Because he was being a bitch.
He was
Obviously.
cowering inside.
Yeah, scared of this little girl with a dress on and strappy little girl sandals.
He's like, I can't deal with a floral pattern today.
Yeah, that's true. He was leaning up against. I mean, they know you're there because your card's there. They're leaning up against that shit.
Yeah. They're going, oh, it's hot too. The hood is hot. I know it's in
He just got here.
We know you're in there.
We can smell you.
We watched you pull in.
We smell fear.
Holy shit, they
Man.
did smell fear in there.
Because it was sleeping all out that house.
But if they come back, Rob, don't tell Meredith.
Well, she'll see it because she gets the ring notifications too. So she was at work and you kept hearing ding dong, ding dong.
Isn't she supposed to be teaching America's youth and not worrying about what's happening on her ring
Instead of
doorbell?
trying to get them arrested.
Yeah, exactly.
That is wild. I cannot believe it.
Because if they don't hurt anything, we can get so much, material out of that. Just let them keep coming and talking shit to your doorbell.
Also, I just looked at the time stamps and they were there for 3 minutes, not 10.
Yeah, Rob goes, they were out there for 10
It
minutes.
felt like a lifetime.
Could not.
Only 3 minutes.
He did. He said they were there for 10 minutes.
Okay, that was
and then
the
they
second
left and came back.
I just picture him like
Man.
popping up from his desk. He's got the headset on and with like holding the game controller and just kind of standing there.
Yeah, but no
staring.
pants.
Yeah. Are they still there? That is crazy.
And you were pantsless, right? Obviously. If you
Oh,
were
yeah,
at
that's
home.
and
Yeah.
also I didn't want to, flash
Yeah, no, you get in
children.
trouble. You get in trouble for that.
We can't play the audio, right? Because they don't know they were being recorded.
They know that they were being recorded. They don't know that they're being broadcast.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can't play it.
And I just think anything
Oh,
with kids is just.
Oh,
Because imagine those parents, how they would find if they found out that we use that.
Well, if I'm
content.
the parents of those kids, I'm livid. I'm like,
Yeah.
you walked up to somebody's house and then called them a bitch?
Yeah.
I'm
But
kicking
what are the
your
odds,
ass.
though, that today's parents would be
Well,
that
that's
way?
true. Yeah, they probably didn't raise them right.
Or they wouldn't have been doing that shit in the first place.
Exactly.
Messing with a nice old man with a bad back, just in there trying to record his podcast and play his video game.
I was almost done too
Trying
when
to-
they came back.
Playing Minecraft.
Just recording a podcast. You're like, hey, bitch, come to the door.
Yeah, as soon as they came back and rang it again, I was just like, all right, be quiet.
Oh, he's doing his podcast. What's going on with She-Hulk?
Yeah.
You talking about
Attorney
nerd
at law.
shit in there?
You big bitch.
Nobody gives a shit about that.
Oh, my God.
You're going to take this lemonade the easy way or the hard way? Damn.
This is just not. I sincerely thought you were joking when you first mentioned this. And then it just got crazier.
And to take something so wholesome
Oh, my God.
as a child's lemonade stand and turn it into that.
If it's a stand, that's fine. They're not coming to me.
I know, but I'm talking about not you turning it into
Okay.
that. These hooligans,
Door-to-door lemonade sales.
this lemonade gang.
The cops are involved now. Like, it's been in it. The lemonade stand has caused quite a commotion.
So we'll keep we'll keep an eye out, or you keep an eye out, so we can get an update tomorrow.
I'm gonna nap and mute everything in my house today. So,
But he'll still have it on if you can go
Yeah,
back
that's
and
true.
check.
That's
it.
true. Yeah.
Oh, and then, Meredith will be trying to get in touch with you. They're back. They're back.
They're going to slash those tires.
The police are on the way. The sirens will wake your ass up. The SWAT team coming in there with a damn battering ram.
Yeah. I'm locked in now. We can broadcast this audio. I haven't gotten to the bottom of it yet, but I'm sure
We can
totally broadcast this audio. I've checked into it.
That is funny.
Yeah, there is no expectation of privacy at somebody's front door.
Yeah.
Because you're standing you entered onto the property in a public setting.
Yeah. It's my domain.
Right.
You don't come over here and sell lemonade and you shit.
Yeah.
I think what we should
Ace
do
is like,
though.
we'll show those little bastards.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I think what we should do though is not broadcast that audio, but we should recreate it.
Yeah.
For the air tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
I
a
want
good
it to be reenacted now, like what Rob was doing.
Yeah.
What the kids were doing.
Just being brats. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Share Funny from the Ace and TJ family. More next.
Did you know underneath the floors of your house a lot can go on in the crawl space? If moisture gets in, it could wreak havoc on your family and home. From mold and mildew growth to rotting wood and more, Cardinal Environmental Solutions offers vapor barriers, encapsulation, and dehumidifiers to combat moisture in your home. Contact Kelly Poplin and his knowledgeable team of experts at acetj.com/cardinal. That's acetj.com/cardinal.
Hey, it's funny you'll share. The Ace and TJ family presents the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ show.
I think we need to archive today's Share Funny for the best of archive, best of Share Funnies. Lisa said, I'm wheezing over these neighborhood kids. Jennifer said, you guys are freaking hilarious. And Drew made a good point. Rob would have had to put pants on to go to the door, and he's not going to take that kind of time in the afternoon.
Yeah. Plus, he's scared.
Scared
Scared as hell.
Little bitch.
You little bee.
Scared of a tiny little girl. What's wrong with you?
God, I hope they come back today. I'd give anything if we could find these
wish
kids to
that
tell
on
them to
me.
go back today.
No, that's what you need to do. You need to dress Alexis up in a very young-looking outfit and pretend like she's a kid that's going to scare them out, like the bad girl in the neighborhood.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Who you calling a bitch?
Yeah. And
Start yelling some stuff in Spanish at them.
and then we can start lemonade wars. I'm gonna take over their turf.
Here she comes, Little Debbie.
Dousing them with lemonade. Yeah, you got to set up a booby trap, Rob.
Like Home Alone?
Let's
Yeah,
don't,
something to
Booby trap.
let's don't booby trap the kids. I mean, they're not doing anything wrong.
no,
Aren't-
not to
aren't they?
hurt them, but just like you set up something that, like when they hit a certain point or they trip the wire or whatever, it sprays them with water guns, or just dumps
Or like
water on them
slime
somehow.
falls
or
on
whatever.
them or something.
Yeah,
Like a
something
bucket
fun.
or
I mean,
something.
I'm not saying blow them up.
Rob, if they come back, they come back today, you've got to talk to them. And I would say, maybe say to them, hey guys, I was going to buy some of your lemonade yesterday, but you called me a bad word. So now I'm not. Just to instigate something to see how they react.
Kick the hornet's nest.
Oh, really? Well, how about this?
I don't want to do that either.
It'd be more fun to booby trap Rob.
That would be the best. Can we do that?
Let a net fall down.
I'm never giving you guys my
You have
address.
him in there.
I would love to booby trap it.
Man,
Just throw a
Rob,
net on 'em.
Rob, if you lived closer, I guarantee you, I would show up at your house today and stay in there holding lemonade, ringing the doorbell. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you go get this doorbell. Hey, mister, you get this lemonade, bitch.
I'm tired of your shit.
But we've talked about it so many times. Rob doesn't want to talk to anybody when he leaves here. He snubbed Riggins in the grocery store right after the show one day.
What, less than 5 minutes after seeing him, they just ran into each other in the grocery store. 5 minutes after the show was over, and Rob just walked away from him and didn't talk to him.
That is correct.
Yeah, so he's never going to engage with little germ-ridden 10-year-olds.
Certainly not the youths.
No,
Youths.
Yeah. He's scared of kids anyway.
They were big kids, though.
No, but Rob said they were about 10 or below.
They look,
Were
yeah.
And I only said that because I literally have no idea, but Meredith, those were the
Yeah.
numbers she used.
Right, and she's a teacher, so she
Right.
knows. She's had to call the cops on many 10-year-olds.
That is the funniest damn thing I've ever seen.
What would you have done, Riggins?
Listen, I would have been the exact opposite because I'm looking to make friends. I'd be like, get in here before your parents see.
Okay, don't do that either.
I'll make you popcorn. I'm just so desperate for friends. I would have brought him in for Yahtzee or something.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have gone to the door either.
I would have bought lemonade.
Ringing the doorbell.
It's the
and all that.
doorbell.
Yeah, I would have.
I
just
know.
been
I don't
like,
ever
sure.
answer the door.
I got to find a way to turn that thing off.
That's
Don't-
the whole point, though, is that you don't have to go to the door, but you can still communicate.
But I don't want to communicate either. I just want to see it.
Oh yeah, I can do that now. I can communicate on our doorbell security camera
Probably,
thing.
yeah.
I couldn't before because I didn't know how to download apps. I couldn't download apps, and then Rob fixed my phone, so
Yeah, you
I
don't
could do
even
that.
have to
So
get
now
out
I
of
can
your
get it. Yeah.
Hey, who's there? It's in real time, even if you're not in the house.
So what I always say is I'm not home. It's just my my pet alligator and a pit bull that are at home right now. So what can I do you for?
Bullshit, we saw you.
But I can't wait next time some fast talking, pushy salesperson, one of those people that says that they just sold my neighbor something and they want to sell, he wanted us to share, with everybody else what a good deal he got. Just see if you're interested. Yeah, I'm seriously, I'm gonna go. Who was it? Because they're always so vague. John down the street. He's like 3 houses over. Who? John. I hate that son of a bitch.
Yeah. That's what your
I
neighbor
would
said.
never ever do. If he did something, then I know to do the opposite of it because he's a dumb blank. I hate that guy.
But I mean,
I'm not buying anything that he bought.
His deal was so good, he wanted
Yeah.
me to come down here and share it with you.
Right.
That dude is not my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I just looked and there's a setting I can turn on where the ring will automatically reply with something. And the options are, hi, we'll be right there. Certainly not that one. Sorry, we're not interested. Thanks for stopping by. If you'd like to leave a message, you can do it now.
Well, Gary just gave you a perfect response, Rob.
Okay.
He says, yell through the doorbell, I don't want your lemonade. I'm trying to take a shit.
That's pretty funny. That's a good one.
I can't get off the toilet.
But reminder, this is a 36-year-old man who's trying to develop a plan for having to talk to a couple of 9-year-olds.
Yeah.
That I don't want to talk to. You're missing a key point here.
I know. So I'm saying, no, here's what you go to the door and you say, or you go to talk to the Ring doorbell and just say, hey, guys, sorry, I'm not interested in lemonade today. And they go away.
What if they don't?
Yeah, he's gonna become like the neighbor that all the kids are like, this guy is a real jerk.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. I'm praying they
They're
don't
gonna
go
gang up
away.
on him.
Yeah, I'm praying they don't go away. They decided to make a
gonna have to
stand.
move.
They're bullying him though, because he's scared to talk to them because he's worried that he's going to say something to make them even madder, and they're going to egg his house or something.
I just gotta
He's
move
worried
now.
about the next move.
Throw the whole
now you
house
gotta
away.
move.
They're going to elevate their bullying to the next level.
If anybody wants a house in Fort Mill, there's one coming up soon.
Little 9-year-old girl just terrorizing Rob's life.
We had to move.
You need to get out of this neighborhood.
Don't come back.
Move to Fort Bitch. You could be the mayor. You could be the mayor of Fort Bitch, South Carolina.
You know what I hope today? I hope today Rob's Ring doorbell just captures the image of those 2 kids standing on the sidewalk outside the little fence, just holding lemonade, staring at the door for like 20 minutes. They just stand there and wait.
Like that movie Smile.
Oh, God. Here we are.
Yeah.
Do you want it or not, you little bitch?
Yeah, if this could become a saga, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
so good.
I
How
think
do we help it become a saga?
I
is
don't
my
know,
question.
because then we got to contact kids. And
We're
it's
going
like,
to have to get their parents involved.
yeah, I don't know.
I bet you today they show up trying to sell White Claws.
Yeah. Is this more your speed?
I bet you buy this, won't you, little bitch?
You want some wine coolers?
We were going to bring some beer, but we thought you're kind of a little bitch that would drink these.
We'll be back tomorrow with wine spritzers.
The Sheriff Funny Podcast is a production of the Ace and TJ family. To get more Ace and TJ 24/7, download the Ace